So in this read, the author is talking about a free form of listening and stuff. So this is a coaching session with Bill, and he says, you know what, not checking my phones and texts, and not emails, and not glancing at a watch, and only looking out of a window allows my mind to wander off and stuff like that. And today it is very popular for people to talk about being present or in the moment and stuff. But as a coach, you will get the realization that these are all talks about mindfulness and stuff like that. And being in the moment actually means paying more attention and careful attention to the people you're dealing with. Give them your full attention, give them your full undivided attention. Listen to them carefully, answer and reply to their questions, and when you have an issue, try and solve it. And if there's an order, or if there is an order, make it happen. Okay. So spirituality and mindfulness has another stuff to share, but I believe this, that wherever you are, you have to make the best use of your time and your energy and environment there. People have to be engaged in free form listening, that's called active listening. So what happens is, over YouTubes and other stuff, you can only have a one way conversation or one way listening and stuff like that. So it's so important to have active listening, where you're actually listening to people. And I'm not saying sit and be like a therapist, or someone who's sitting and just helping the other person pour out. But a balanced discussion or a debate or a conversation or a thought share is all about a two-way street and stuff like that. So he says eventually listening also comes along accompanied by a lot of questions and stuff like that. And in 2016 Harvard Business Review articles, they've actually taught people to approach questions also, not just questioning but also being a good listener, and being able to prove to the world that being a listener is also about periodically asking questions, which may actually help you kind of promote discovery and insight. I feel this many a times when I ask questions. I mean, there was a persistent issue I had, and I remember meeting a professional acquaintance and a friend of mine in the mall. And I already knew the answer, but as I got speaking with him, he asked me a few questions, and as I answered the questions, I already had the answer before me. So many a times the solution or the issue or the concern is already within you, but because we are so taken in by everything around us, we are not able to kind of dig deep in stuff. So what always helps is to kind of ask questions and stuff, and that's what I also recommend, even in my workspace, or even when I'm having a chat, maybe with a professional acquaintance, with a friend or a neighborhood person, or somebody who's in my community or stuff. I make it a point to ask questions. The moment somebody asks you questions and you start answering many times, it will give you an answer or an insight as to why the situation is and what can be done. So never underestimate this quality of asking questions and having an open interaction. And many a times people get intimidated, or they form this opinion in their head that maybe the other person will not like the idea that I'm asking a question. But the point is, you pause and you gauge, you see the situation and you ask a question. And do not leave the situation without having the answers, because if you don't get the answer, then it's basically a wasted discussion or a conversation and stuff. So Bill says that listening will also help us ensure that all the ideas and perspectives get surfaced. And as there is a story in startup, the management team decided to shift the architecture of the computing system to a Q&A one, where people can actually answer questions and they could find solutions to the long persistent issues and stuff. And also, when you listen to people, they feel valued. And things like chatting up with an employee, having a personal chat, are all important aspects of successful leadership, because people want to be valued, people want to be respected, people want to be heard, and that includes teamwork. So when you go into a showroom, also you will see that many a times a lot of salesperson or managers will come and have a chat with you. They will interact with you and stuff. The reason is because they've been trained, and the vision percolates within the retail or the sales force, that they have to have an interactive atmosphere where people are comfortable. So there's so many showrooms, there's so many brands, and there's so many names I can bring forward. But this thought share is not about retail. It's about actually active listening and being a listener. And being a listener does not mean getting pushed around and stuff. It also means having a two-way discussion and thought share and stuff where both the parties kind of get um, both the parties kind of get solutions and they benefit. So many a times you may have a mentor or a speaker, and it may just be a one-way thing. So the point is to be also kind of patient about it and listen to what the seniors have to say, and sometimes even the juniors can come up with some really kick-ass insights and stuff. So it always helps to kind of interact. It always helps to talk. It always helps to share. And when you get these ideas and you get an insight, you write down, you come, and you kind of relook into your strategy or into your business way forward, and it helps you improvise and stuff like that. So I'm Justine Kapani. I'm the